The rate certified San Diego's most accurate forecast. This is 10 News Pinpoint Weather, sponsored by Bath Fitter.
And here in San Diego, we've got a little weather to talk about. Some spotty showers popping up around the county today. Yeah, and this is like just the beginning of it. We've got several days of it to come. In fact, as we go through the week ahead, if you're hoping for some sunshine, it's not going to be a good week for you. Let's get started right now. Live shot as we look out over Mission Bay. Was spending the day yesterday at Fiesta Island, sunny and beautiful. 24 hours later, you've got the clouds in place, and most of this coming up from the south. It's monsoon. All right, looking over to Poway, look at all the gray over here and pretty muggy and humid at times. Sometimes a couple of big raindrops falling down. This is Lions Peak, and a final shot I want to show you is over to Borrego Springs, just to show you that the cloud cover extends from the coast to the deserts. We bring it back home. Watching for the Padres, 72 right now at Lindbergh, 68% relative humidity. And notice the winds out of the north-northwest at 9 miles per hour, but the direction of these storms, which I'll show you in a moment, is coming up from the south and southeast. At this hour, we're as low 70s right along the coast, mid 70s across the inland locations. Not a big change in our temperatures, even across the higher elevations. We got up to 90 there. 105 plus for the deserts, and pretty dry out here, but from the mountains to the coast, pretty muggy. We've got 72% relative humidity in La Jolla, up to 62% in Ramona. Of course, Julian, Mount Laguna, 20 to 30% relative humidity. All right, so here's what we have. Not much in the way of wind, thankfully, so we're watching for some of the winds to pick up at times as some of these storms come up over us. Here's rain futurecast. I'll start off at 7:30 tonight. Not a whole lot. If you get any big raindrops, it's not quite enough to pop up on the radar. Fast forward to 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Notice all the way from, say, Point Loma to Mission Valley, all the way down through the south end of the bay over to Chula Vista. It's a good chance for getting a couple of light isolated showers. As we go through tomorrow, 11:30, a couple of light scattered showers over toward the north end of the county and across Campo, right around the border. And then as we go through the afternoon, the best chance happens to be for the mountains and deserts. When we talk about dry thunderstorms, what that means is we could see some lightning and some gusty winds, but not a lot of rain. So that's why they're called dry thunderstorms. And look at the overnight lows. We're only dropping to the 60s. So you can tell just how much moisture is out there. It'll be a nice springboard to what comes for the afternoon highs. Mostly mid 70s at the coast, low to mid 80s across the inland locations. We're back to the 90s for the higher elevations, and the desert's back at about 104. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. I really want you to focus on this. It looks like a wet week ahead, but I've got spotty showers for you tomorrow, maybe a chance for an isolated thunderstorm on Monday. I think that's the best chance for everybody around the county to see some lightning on Sunday evening into early Monday and Monday afternoon. Chance on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday for 4th of July staying rather cloudy. But yeah, those chances for those showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday and Thursday won't produce a whole lot. What it'll give us is just trace amounts to maybe a tenth or so. Now, of course, if we get a thunderstorm for the mountains or deserts, could see a heavy downpour, a brief one, but enough to cause some damage, especially in some of our burn areas. So the big story is it looks like a rainy week, but it's just going to be cloudy and muggy, and maybe it comes with some of those showers and thunderstorms. I keep getting tweets from people all across the country saying, hey, you can have our rain.
Yeah, that's true, right? We do need it, but yeah, don't shut that lightning. Yeah, exactly. Send it.
There was only a way.
I know, right?
Well, if you're